Hey guys, welcome to another Damilola Forex Academy teaching. In today's teaching, I'm going to be showing you all the best strategy for US30. This strategy can be applied to any futures pair, stocks pair, or even commodities pair. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you all how to apply this strategy to US30 and make massive profits on this particular asset. Okay, for as a bonus, I'm also going to be doing a price action breakdown of gold, that is applying this same strategy to gold to show you all that this strategy can also work on commodities and it can also work perfectly on currencies. Okay, so grab a pen, grab a book, and take note of every single thing I'm going to be talking about in today's teaching. In applying this strategy for US30, the first thing you have to do is go onto the monthly time frame in order to see the big scope of prices. You need to be able to see the big scope of prices, and have that bird's eye view of prices. And this is done on the monthly time frame. Okay, and the first thing you do is what? Identify the real-time points where price is at. Clearly on the monthly time frame, this circle right here is where price is at. Okay, then the next thing we have to do is what? Understand the information or the structures that took prices to that point. Okay, so what are the structures? What is the information that took prices to that point? Okay, so here we can see prices make this big fractal here of push exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractals. It's important to note that fractals are the length of the exhaustion and fractals are measured in pips. I've done several videos on fractals on my channel and you can go ahead and see one of those videos. Okay, so prices now made smaller fractal here of push exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more length in terms of pips. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to take this window right here to the weekly time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confines of small fractals. Okay, but before we go on to the weekly time frame, what the monthly has shown us is that prices is clearly bullish. As we can see, prices on clear bullish coordination of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so we're going to take this window to the weekly time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confines of smaller fractals. Okay, so we'll take that to the weekly time frame. What is going on the weekly time frame? On the weekly time frame, I believe this is the low that we just identified, and this is the high that we identified. Okay, so what are the structures? We can see prices make clear structure of push exhaustion, push exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more length in terms of pips. This means we are now going to take this window right here to the daily time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confines of the daily fractals, within the confines of small fractals. Okay, now we'll take that to the daily time frame. Of course, just like we saw on the weekly time frame, prices is also clearly bullish. Okay, so the monthly and the weekly are in coordination because they are all bullish. Now let's see what the daily has in stock for us. This is the low and this is the high that we just identified. Now, what are the structures? We can see prices start from small fractals, make push exhaustion, establish a bigger fractal here, make push exhaustion, and even bigger fractal here, push exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more length in terms of pips. Okay, then price started on smaller fractals, made push exhaustion and made push exhaustion right here. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more length in terms of pips. So what are we going to do? In order to see a real-time trade entry opportunity, we are going to take this window right here to the 4 hours time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confines of the 4 hours fractals. Okay, so the monthly, weekly, and daily are in clear coordination, as on these 3 time frames we can see prices make clear bullish structures of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so now we are going to take this low right here and take this high right here to the 4 hours time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within this 4-hour fractal. Okay, so because all the big time frames, the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames are all clearly bullish, this means on the 4 hours time frame or the 1 hour or 30 minutes time frame, if we see a buy trade entry opportunity, it means that we are buying in the direction of trend, okay, because prices is clearly bullish. While if we see a sell trade entry opportunity, it means we are only selling a retracement, okay, because prices is overall bullish. Okay, so we'll take that window to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, I believe this is the low we identified and this is the high we just identified. Okay, so what is going on right here? Let's read the structures. We can see prices start from big fractals by making push exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. This means there's no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more lengths in terms of pips. It's important to note that this is not an higher low because prices never made an higher high. Higher lows are only established by the presence of an higher high. Okay, so what structure was broken? The structure that was broken was the structure of push exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. Then all of these are push in regards to the higher low fractal. Then this is what the break of structure. So the break of structure happened here. Okay, so now what fractal was broken? It is the fractal that starts from here of push exhaustion, the last higher low in regards to this fractal, then push. A clear break of structure has happened right here. Okay, so the fractal that was broken is the fractal that starts from here and ends here. Okay, so now remember I said if we are selling a retracement. So where is the maximum we can sell to? The maximum we can sell to in a retracing market is the 61.8 Fibonacci level. So we'll bring out our Fibonacci from the lowest point of the broken fractal, then take it up to the highest point of the broken fractal right here. Okay, so we'll see that this is where prices broke the structure. Prices broke the structure below the 61.8. Okay, but like I always say, the rule is the rule. Okay, if prices break structure before getting to 61.8 or after getting to 61.8, it doesn't really matter because the maximum allowed for us to trade with in the retracing markets is the 61.8. So this means that if market breaks a structure after 61.8, this means that there is no sell opportunity available for us in this case. Instead, we'll be waiting for a buy opportunity because it's important to note that all of these levels below the 61.8 are also regarded as 61.8 as a zone because all of these levels are also key reversal areas, and all of these levels, if price gets to any of these levels, it can send prices back to the top. Okay, so this level is still regarded as a key reversal area. So fight is still within this fractal. Okay, so what are we supposed to do right now? What we are going to do right now is that we are going to take the structure at the top right here and at the bottom right here that brought prices to to 61 point as a zone key reversal area and look for a break of the bearish structure. By the time we say a break of the bearish structure, we are going to be buying in the direction of trend to the 100.0 Fibonacci level of the broken fractal. Okay, so now let's go ahead and read the structures that brought prices to 61.8 Fibonacci level as a zone. All of these zones here are key reversal areas. Okay, so what are the structures? We can see prices make big fractal of push exhaustion. This is the last lower high within the confines of this fractal. So we are going to take this window right here to the 1 hour time frame to see if we can read the fractals and look for an opportunity within the confines of this window. Okay, so we'll take that to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so what is going on the 1 hour time frame right here? On the 1 hour time frame, we can see that this is the high that we identified and this is the low that we also identified. Okay, so what are the fractals right here? We can see prices make push exhaustion right here. Equal fractal push exhaustion right here. This is the last lower high in regards to this fractal. Then all of these are push. Then this is where the clear break of structure happened at this point. Okay, so this is an entry for us, okay, because we are structure traders, okay, and we enter trades when prices breaks a structure, okay, because we are structure traders. Okay, so now that price has broken this structure, where's our take profit? Our take profit is here at the 100.0 Fibonacci level of the broken fractal. So this is our take profit, okay, using entry variation 1. Okay, usually prices sometimes also gives us an entry variation 2. Okay, because we know that using the strategy that after a break of structure, prices sometimes comes back for a natural 61.8 retracement before taking off. Usually the 61.8 retracement gives us entry variation 2 with all our stop losses fixed at this low, then our take profit at this point. What the entry variation 2 does for us is that it gives us most times a better risk reward. Okay, so let's go on to the 30 minutes time frame to see if we can, read the same opportunity. It's exactly the same thing, but the 30 minutes time frame just, amplifies the structure for us. Okay, so this is it. Push, exhaustion right here. Equal fractal here. Push, exhaustion. Then all of these are push. This is the last lower high in regards to this fractal right here. And this is the exact candlestick here that broke the structure. Okay, so this means that what? As soon as the structure got broken, you are allowed to pick a buy entry, put your stop loss at the low right here, then you can buy to the highest point at this level right here. Okay, so this is the opportunity that is currently going on US30. It's a fresh opportunity, and for those that want to capitalize on this opportunity, you can be able to capitalize on this opportunity and make some positive risk reward on the trade using what? This very simple and organized strategy. You can see that it didn't take me time to break it all down for you, and you all can be able to go ahead, apply this very simple strategy and make massive profits. Okay, so like we said, this particular trade entry opportunity is fresh. A clear break of structure has been seen right here. A clear break of structure. This was the candlestick that broke the structure. Okay, so we can be able to buy at that point. Okay, buy at that point. Okay, price is still trading around entry point. Okay, while the take profit is here, it has been identified at this level. Okay, because if we are buying the direction of trend. So our take profit is at the 100.0 Fibonacci level. Okay, what do we mean by 100.0 Fibonacci level? You bring out your Fibonacci, drag it from the highest point of the broken fractal. Okay, drag it from the highest point of the broken fractal, then take it to the lowest point of the broken fractal. Okay, let me take the annotations out. Highest point of the broken fractal, take it down to the lowest point of the broken fractal. Okay, so just a moment. Let's make sure the Fibonacci is pinpoint. Okay, pinpoint at the high right here. Okay, so now where is your take profit? If you are trading in the direction of trend, your take profit is what? Is at the 100.0 Fibonacci level of the broken fractal. So that means your take profit is here. This is 100.0. So this is our take profit. Okay, because the structure that was broken is what? There's a break of a bearish structure, and we all know that what? If we are buying in the direction of trend. So this is where the clear break of structure happened within the confines of that fractal, and what? And it gave us a good buy trade entry opportunity, and we are going to buy to the 100.0 Fibonacci level, which we identified at this point. Okay, so this is how you can be able to apply this very simple and organized strategy to make massive profits on US30. So we are going to be going over to gold to also apply this strategy. Just as we did on US30, the first thing you do is to come onto the monthly time frame. When you come onto the monthly time frame, you what? Circle out the real-time point where price is at. Okay, this is where price is currently trading at. Okay, as soon as that is done, the next thing is to understand the information, which is the structures that took prices to that point. Okay, so let's read out the structures together. Price had on smaller fractals here, established a big fractal here, and an even bigger fractal here. Okay, so this is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. Then price started moving on smaller fractals. We can see price make push, exhaustion, then established a big fractal here of push, exhaustion. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more lengths in terms of pips. So what are we going to do next? We are going to take this window right here to the weekly time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confines of smaller fractals. It's important to note that clearly on the monthly time frame, price is clearly bullish because we can see prices on clear coordinations of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so we'll take that information to the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, I believe this is the low right here, and this is the high that we said we are going to take to the weekly time frame to read the weekly structures. Okay, so what are the weekly structures? We can see prices make push, exhaustion, then push, exhaustion right here. Within the confines of this fractal, this is the last higher low. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more length in terms of pips. So what are we going to do? We are going to take this window right here to the daily time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confinement of small fractals. Just like we saw on the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame is also on clear coordination of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so it means it's bullish. So we'll take that to the daily time frame also. On the daily time frame, this is the low and this is the high that we just identified that we're going to bring to the daily. Okay, so what are the structures? We can see price make clear structures of push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion, and what? Push, exhaustion. Within the confines of this fractal, this is the last higher low right here. This means there is no higher low ahead of it that shares equal or more length in terms of pips. So what are we going to do next? We are going to take this window to the 4 hours time frame to look for a trade entry opportunity within the confinement of smaller fractals. Okay, so now it's important because there's a coordination between the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames. All 3 time frames have shown us clear bullish structures of higher highs and higher lows. This means if we go on to the 4 hours, 1 hour, or 30 minutes time frame, if we are buying in the direction of trend, while if we are selling a retracement. Okay, so we'll take that to the 4 hours time frame. What is going on right here? The structures that we identified are this low right here and this high right here that we're going to bring to the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so what are the structures? Prices made big fractal here of push, exhaustion. This is the last higher low within the confines of this fractal. Then price side on smaller fractals made push, exhaustion, made push, exhaustion. This is the last higher low within the confines of this fractal and it's still intact. The structure has not been broken, but there was a broken structure. And where was the structure broken? It is the structure of push, exhaustion, push, and what? Break of structure. Okay, so this is where the clear break of structure happened within the confines of what fractal? Within the confines of this fractal of this low here and this high. Okay, we all know if we are selling, the maximum we can sell to is the 61.8. So let's bring out our Fibonacci from the lowest point of the broken fractal, then take it up to the highest point of the broken fractal. Okay, so the maximum we can sell to is the 61.8 because it is a retracement. Okay, so this is push, exhaustion, push. This is the last higher low in regards to this fractal, and just like we saw on US30, prices broke the structure after prices has already exceeded the maximum available for us in a retracing market, which is the 61.8. Okay, we can see that this is where the 61.8 is, and prices broke the structure below, which means that what? There is no sell opportunity for us. Price has already exceeded the maximum allowed for us in a retracing market. This means that what? A buy is predominant and a buy is coming soon. The bulls are going to be coming soon. So like we said, any of these areas around the 61.8 are key reversal areas. And even though prices broke below 61.8, all of these areas here are 61.8 as a zone. Okay, so far price is still trading within that fractal. This means that any of these areas here, prices can catch a support and take off to the top. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're now going to take this high here and take the low that brought prices to what? To 61.8 as a zone and read the bearish structure. By the time we read the bearish structure, what are we going to do? We are going to buy to the 100.0 Fibonacci level of the broken fractal. Okay, so we'll take this bearish movement, we'll take it to the 1 hour time frame in order to read the structures. Okay, so this is the structure here, this is the high of the structure, and this is the low points that we brought, to read the structures. So what are the structures? We can see prices make push, exhaustion right here, then prices made push, exhaustion right here, and push. This is where the clear break of structure happened within this fractal. This provides what? A buy trade entry opportunity, because this was where the structure was broken, and this is what? Take profit at this point. Okay, so you can decide to buy here using entry variation 1. Of course, your stop loss, has to be below right here and take profit at the top right here. Okay, but after the buy, we also saw that what prices moved a little bit to the top before coming back for a retracement. This retracement is what we call a natural 61.8 retracement, because what is important to know is that after a break of structure, prices usually comes back for a natural 61.8 retracement. It doesn't do that 100% of the time, but it does that to a tune of about 90% of the time. Okay, so this means that what? After the break of structure, we can decide to wait and allow prices to come back for a natural 61.8 retracement, or we can decide to enter entry variation 1 at the break of structure and wait for prices to come back for a natural 61.8 retracement for entry variation 2. Okay, so we can see prices came back for a natural 61.8 retracement here, which would give us our buy entry at 61.8 using entry variation 2. All stop losses are tucked below right here at the last lower high right here. This is where the stop losses are tucked, while the take profit is at the 100.0 Fibonacci level at this point. Okay, so this provides us with what? With entry variation 2. A break of structure, prices came back for a natural 61.8 retracement. We buy pinpoint at 61.8 with the stop loss at the low as identified right here, while the take profit is at the 100.0 Fibonacci level as identified right here. Just like we did on US30, how do we get our take profit? We are going to bring the Fibonacci from the highest point of the broken fractal, drag it down to the lowest point of the broken fractal, you can see that what there's an 100.0 written right here. This is your take profit. Okay, so if you bought using what entry variation 2 or entry variation 1, either or, prices is currently so close to take profit. It's currently trading around take profit, and take profit is predominant. Okay, price will hit take profit. Okay, let's break the Fibonacci. Highest point, lowest point. Let's stretch it a bit. Okay, so prices is currently trading around the take profit level. Okay, so take profit is the take profit will get its pinpoint. Okay, without any iota of doubt. Okay, so this is how you can be able to apply this very simple and organized strategy to trade US30, to trade gold, and even other assets. You can use it on Nasdaq, you can use it on currencies and other, any asset at all, even cryptos. This very beautiful trading system can be applied, and massive profits is guaranteed, and consistent winnings is also guaranteed. Okay, so if you want to learn more about this trading system, you want to be able to master it, I have a mentorship program where I take you by the hand through mastery of this strategy through 2 months pure education. I teach you fractals, I teach you every single thing that is required. I teach you structures where over the course of 2 months, you are going to become a professional, and you can be able to on your own go ahead and replicate it. So link in the description below, and see you all in the mentorship program.